Good evening, it's 10:51 p.m. This will be my last one for the day. Litecoin is 10% down. Let's take a look at what the market maker still has planned for us. He has taken away his secondary wall. He has gotten his dump. We've been talking about that secondary wall, and now it's gone after he's achieved where he wanted the price to go. Litecoin is totally manipulated. If anybody says any of these shells say anything to you, oh, it's not, you don't know what you're talking about, you send them over to my channel and I'll have a little chat with them. Now, we just seen a 10% loss, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is under $10,000. That's not good at all, people. It's not good at all. We can't hope that Bitcoin, the magic psychological number, was 10,000. The market's been dumped down. Now, I've seen him orchestrate the dump since over here I told you he was on a downward cycle and he wasn't stopping. Okay? That much is true. We all know that's true. I told you for years, if you follow my channel, I've spoken about it. I showed you how it was being done, and that's the direction we went in because it was clearly defined by the market maker. My next thing is today I went into look into my case files at Coinbase, and they were all gone. But me being me, I copied them and saved them. I also have all of my files held in a little file I got off-site, I like to call it. Now, when I was talking to them, actually the last couple of days, I say 2 or 3, the 12th, Coinbase actually responded to me, and they started asking me today, an hour-long conversation, what do I base my accusations on? So I gave them the document I based my accusations on. The document that I based my accusations have proven my accusations to be true. By simple math, I walked them through how I found everything. Now they asked for my address. Coinbase has been, since I found this, has been nothing but hostile to me. So, you have to say, can I trust these people? So they asked me for my address because I've been asking for arbitration for like the longest time. And I have gotten no response. I followed, fill out this paper, send it over there, just like they told me to do. I did that 3 times. Nothing happened. So I was on the assumption that they were going to try to counter-sue me or do something to me. So I told them, look, don't do that because it'll backfire on you if you have intention to do that. And the reason why I said that is because now, I contacted the DOJ and the IRS are involved. I have what they call whistleblower status. So sending any legal document threatening that you're going to sue me because the accusations I have are untrue and unwarranted, well, that's to be proven in court, not by your personal emotion. Okay? Now, all of that, if intention is good, that way you want to work it out with me, the intention is good, all of this can go away. But I don't know about the rest of my subscribers or anybody else that deals with it. If I see manipulation, that's a clear signal to any bag holder that's in here now. You've been ripped off. Anybody that puts in a stop loss, you've been ripped off. Okay? So I don't know what you guys intend to do, but since I didn't really get any help except for maybe one person, no, two people. One who discovered it, and one who came up with a math formula to show how the market trades actually are used to create the mid-market price. Maybe him. The rest of the people, there's a lot of people still out there shilling this coin. I got cross with some of them because you're saying it's going to go up. So obviously, if you look at the graph, it's not going to go up. They're still under the belief that it's in a broad channel downtrend means it's going to go into it's a bull indicator. I understand all those graphs, but you're leaving out one of the biggest factors in the way this market moves up and down. Now, I'm trying to show people how the market makers manipulate the book so you don't become the market maker's next mark. Okay? Now, this morning, all I had to do was open up the book and see that the market maker had two double trades posted on the sell side. I knew we were going down. And I said how severe it's going to be is how long he leaves those two trades up there. He never took them down. Now you see the trade is up to past 77.41. So I don't know about you guys, but after talking to them for an hour on the phone, it seems like they were data fishing. How do you know? What proof do you have that the market was manipulated? So I gave them the basis of my proof was actually New York Department of Financial Services complaint investigation, which Coinbase replied, and they told us that it was the market maker, and he was doing X, A, B, and C. And then when you go in, no, he's doing Z, X, and Z, Y, and X. He's totally 180 degrees off from what he claimed he was doing, not to manipulate the mid-market price. So it was plain to see that the market maker is manipulating the mid-market price. All you would have to go is to one of my previous videos, go to the one with the largest views. Everything is laid out there. So I was on the phone with Coinbase for a whole hour. So I don't know if this is going to be a retaliatory strike against me, but if it is, and they find out who issued that anything legal against me, for slander or attack me for anything, or try to sue me, or financially harm me more than they've done already, I was told just to hand it over to the DOJ because there's a criminal investigation on there, and the IRS told me the same thing. You're involved in a criminal investigation against these people. If they send a threat of litigation against you to threaten you into silence, we're going to treat that as a criminal act. That's what they told me. Trying to intimidate a witness or a whistleblower, that's a crime. So we're going to see what happens out of all this debacle. I'm pretty positive, but that I will prevail. I mean, I always have. But the problem is, I don't like the depth that these people are going, that where they actually made a complaint about my YouTube channel and tried to get me to take down a video because they said I had somebody's private email on there. And I was like, private email? I go, wait a minute, all the emails that I have exposed on my YouTube channel, if the only person that has a private email on there, it's mine. Then I found out it was the global head investigator of Coinbase, which Coinbase actually did give me his business email, the one that says Coinbase.com. And he was trying to act like it was his personal email, and I somehow exposed him. It doesn't give anybody his home address. It gives nothing. All it says is this guy works for Coinbase as a global head investigator, and he's there to service the clients in any way or form or factor. So his email is actually meant to be given out to other Coinbase clients. And Coinbase gave it to me. They released it. So that was a really terrible attempt at some kind of retaliation. It was bad. It wasn't thought out. It was kind of amateurish and stupid. So let's see what they send to my house. I'll show you that too. And you know what's going to happen if they're going to say they're going to sue me for something, because I'm just going to call up the DOJ and say, yeah, add this to witness intimidation or whistleblower. They put me underneath some category. The IRS considers me a whistleblower on a 211 form. I got a 211 form, so that makes me a whistleblower. So I get whistleblower protection. Here I am, a client on an exchange, and I'm actually turning them in. So I get whistleblower status. But I honestly think that if I do manage to settle this, and if anybody else is going to try and settle after this, it's like running through a rose bush with thorns. It was really hard to do. It took me 2 years. 2 years. And no cooperation whatsoever from Coinbase. Not one iota cooperation. All they did was open up a case and then immediately closed it. Oh, okay, open up the case, they immediately close it again. Open up the case, immediately close it again. Then I'm talking to this guy on the phone today. His name is John from Coinbase Support. And he was actually, well, how did you find this out? You know what's really bad, people here? What I picked up on? Coinbase doesn't know how to detect manipulations in their order books. I had to show them. I actually had to show them how the market maker posts the two trades and moves them up and down to move the mid-market price. So right then and there, we got a problem there. Then I asked them, do you have anybody monitor your books? If you're saying you're prohibiting manipulation, how do you know if you can see it in the order books? So they don't have anybody monitoring the books, and even if they did, they wouldn't know what they're looking at in the order book. And the order book is just the be-all, tell-all to every story. The book, get it? Order book. So if you're looking at this here, you don't got a hell's chance, snowball's chance in hell to detect any order book manipulation. The only place you can see order book manipulation is in the actual order book. It's a sad state of affairs, people. It really is. So hopefully I'll be able to recover, get some kind of restitution. And crypto, in my view, of the way these exchanges run, and what the SEC chairman said, it's going to be even more riskier to invest in crypto. Maybe if I see a real 80% downturn, even then I don't think I would put the money back in. I really don't know. It's gotten so bad. It's to the point where you see a developer of a coin dumps all his coin, and he stops development after that. Anybody would say, well, that's the shitcoin guy just abandoning his coin after he cashed out. And that's what's happening to Litecoin. But if you tell these people about that, it's like watching an occultist go through some kind of withdrawal. I mean, they tell you, you tell them, hey, look, you said this about this person, and all he did was show a graph. And you're saying that he's spreading FUD rather than looking at the graph. I didn't say that. I don't know, I didn't slander anybody. I didn't say everybody's spreading FUD. And then you got the other guys, well, people are just saying this stuff so they can get in low. Dude, it was going low without the FUD or with the FUD, all right? It was going down. So what are you guys going to do? Blame this big downturn on the people who noticed it was going down and why it was going down? It's ridiculous, people. So what am I going to do is I'm going to restrict myself to Bitcoin. I'm not going to touch no more altcoins, especially this one. This is the most manipulated coin of them all. I suggest if you're going to stay in crypto, not to go to this coin. That's my opinion. That's what I found. I found the manipulation. It's in the books. To tell you the honest truth, Bitcoin's just too expensive to manipulate at $10,000, and that's what keeps Bitcoin from not being a victim like Litecoin. Over and out.